Hey, welcome to my channel. These cards are speaking. So today I want to share a little something I had got earlier today. I was meditating, asking Spirit, what is it that He would like me to share? And I pulled this card from me shuffling like 2 or 3 times. This card kept popping out. Impasse, not really sure like how to pronounce it, but Impasse. And when I read it in the book, it basically talked about obstacles. You know, in life we have obstacles and we feel like we're being blocked. We feel like, put it right here so you can see it. We feel like we're being blocked. We feel like we can't catch a break, can't get a leg up. Things go what seemed to be wrong, and we can either give up or we can choose a different route. And that's basically what this card that I pulled today was talking about. I am going to read it, and then we're going to get into whatever the Spirit has to say. Okay. Because each one of these cards has like a little legend or story that goes with it. The legend: Reggie Rust is a guardian angel. One day, 2 friends, Clem and Craig, are dismayed to discover Reggie blocking their path through the mountains with no way to get around him. Wondering why Reggie wanted to stop them and not daring to try to pass, they take another route. Reggie then moves on, having protected Clem and Craig from a landslide ahead that would have claimed their lives. So a lot of times, God's rejection is for your protection. We don't want to hear that. We don't want to accept that because, you know, we want to do what we want to do. But if we are divinely guided, or we choose or we proclaim to be divinely guided, we also have to accept the blockages and the obstacles as that this is exactly what is destined and this is exactly what it's supposed to be. So the inspiration for this is a reroute, not an ending. The path is blocked and you are at an impasse, but the goal is still there. Do not wait for your present situation to change. Stay focused and find another way. So that is something I got this morning or this afternoon. So I said I wanted to share that with you. And we're going to pull some cards and we'll see what else Spirit has to say. This is a new deck also. And I'll be using it today for the first time. Trying to get the box. It is Witch's Tarot. Ellen Duggan. That is the box. I'm using, I hope it's not backwards, but I'm using a different camera today. I have some more storage, so I'm hoping that is going to work out and it's not going to cut off in the middle. If it do, I apologize. I'll just go right back in and just make it a part 2. But we're going to lay some cards. I've already prayed, and let's see what Spirit has to say. For the collective, if I didn't already say that. And thank you for the messages that you have for our highest good. Divine union is what we're trying to come into. And this divine union is not necessarily with another individual. Because if you haven't balanced your own self, your masculine, feminine within your own self, there's no way you're going to be able to be in a divine union with another individual the way your heart's truly desire is. And if you are already involved, then becoming a divine union with yourself will only elevate that connection, that union, to a higher level. All right, let's see what the first card is. First card out. The Lovers. So getting used to the angle of this camera also. The Lovers. All right, Spirit. I'm hearing that a divine union, what Spirit joins together, it will be a divine union. Exposure, things being exposed, the triggers divinely together will be purged. Two together would be, you two together becoming one because of the purging is what I'm hearing. At the bottom of the deck is the Queen of Wands. So there's someone who is using their intuition, a male or female, embodies the intuition. I keep hearing the word divine, divine. Let's put some more cards out and see. Will you allow the obstacles? Just like with this impasse, you know, this person kept blocking. Will you accept the blocks? Will you accept the obstacles as part of divine timing? Is what I'm feeling. It's like we know what we want, and we wanted it yesterday. We wanted it the day before yesterday. But we look at these hiccups and we look at these blocks as something that's not going to happen. But it's all orchestrated that as you go along this path, that you will divinely come together. And this is with self. If some watching may not even desire to be in a partnership or to be in union with someone, and it could be with themselves. As you're on this journey and you're learning about yourself, who you are, your hurts, your disappointments, your triggers, all those things that surface to the top that's not pretty, that's not ugly. I mean, that's ugly. That needs to get scraped off, just like when you melt silver and that dross, is that what it is? It comes to the top and they scrape that off, so then now you have pure silver. Will you allow that? That is what the impasse is. That's what the blocks and the obstacles are. The Lovers is also a choice. It is a card of Gemini, but it's also a choice. It's like, what are you going to choose? You ask divine, you ask the Spirit for help. He steps in. And then you question it. It's, why is this happening? Why is it taking so long? Those are things that surface into the top. Because when you get in alignment with yourself and with your higher self and with Spirit, you will know and walk in that what is yours, that you're protected, that you're guided, and what is supposed to be yours will come to you. All right, let's put another card out. And Two of Cups. So Two of Cups speak of soulmates. It speaks of equal love. You both have something in your cup to give. But what's in it? Is it just the idea of love? The facade of love? What you're giving in this union is a reflection of who you are. That's what's this little tongue tied. That is what's in your cup. The cup is a reflection of who you are. The bottom of the deck is the Six of Cups. What is that inner child believed that love is? What does that inner child believe what love looks like? What is the inner child in you, or the inner person in you, not even just the inner child, but what is the inner person of you believe that a relationship is supposed to look like? And this will be the facade of it. But what is the true, authentic part of it? Are you putting on a fake face, a brave face? Are you settling? You get into union with somebody so that you won't be alone. Do you just accept and think, well, we can grow together? What if the other person has no desire to grow? What if they are content right where they are? The cup that they bring is a reflection of who they are. And shuffling, that's what flipped out, the Ace of Cups. What's pouring out of your cup is a reflection of you. These lotus, these orchid flowers, they grow in, they can grow in the worst of elements. So what's being poured out of your cup, which is a reflection of who you are. So who you are has no choice, has no, it's inevitable that who you are and what you embody will be poured out. You know, whatsoever man thinketh, so is he. You know, for the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaketh. You can tell a tree by its fruit. If you meet someone who is full of hatred, that lies, that, you know, you can't trust, that's what's on the inside of them. When you meet someone who's loving and caring and generous, so thoughtful, that's what's on the inside of them. That is what's being poured out. That is what is causing around you to grow. What is around you from that is being poured out from you is growing. And what is it growing into? Is it growing into something that's useful? Is it growing into something that's regretful? Is it a beautiful flower? Is it a muddy mess? What is it? What introspection do you need? Do you have to embody for it to be something different? What blockages are you stopping at? Do you just give up at the blockage? Whatever comes up that triggers you is a block. A trigger is a blockage. A trigger is something on the inside of you is saying that it's not right. Your ego is saying something isn't right. We don't like this. Do you camp out there? Do you get to the bottom of it so you can get around it, so you can move on? And Ten of Wands. What are you carrying? What burdens are you carrying? What burdens are you carrying? As you can see, this castle up here at the top. What's keeping you from going higher? You can put those wands down. You've been carrying them. Wow, you've been carrying them so long. They're budding flowers. You're feeding them. You're giving it life. You're nurturing. You're nurturing these burdens. You've gotten so comfortable with this that you can manage to carry it with one hand. Your other hand is free. You've been giving life to it. Flowers is budding on it. Is it your thoughts? Is it your way of thinking? Has it served you in the capacity that it should? Are you circling this same block over and over? Are you circling this cycle over and over? Are you ready to get off the merry-go-round? The Seven of Swords. The Seven of Swords speaks of deception, winning, taking what's yours, and walking away. But has it been worth it? Has it been for your highest good? Because that can go either way, because it's a two-edged sword. It can go either way. What have you left behind? Is the thing that you're leaving behind, or the thing that you're choosing not to look at, is it the very thing that you need? Is the two that's left behind, these swords, the thoughts that's being left behind, is it the very thing that you need, that you can be victorious and go forward? You got in your knapsack that's close to you the truths that you hold on to, that you know to be true, that's familiar with you. But there's two still standing. There's two still standing. Three of Swords. Are you trying to avoid heartbreak? Heartbreak in this journey is inevitable. And it's not even, because the Three of Swords also speaks of expansion. Are you allowing your heart to expand? Have you lived long enough that these swords are comfortable? You lived and walked in this so long that you don't even recognize or even feel that the heart has swords in it. You've been carrying these wands so long that they're growing flowers. This heart, you don't even recognize it anymore. Are you going to allow your heart to expand? Expand what? To accept something new that may be what you've been carrying, what you've been allowing to entertain, because we do have a choice. You have a choice of what you do with your cup. What you allow to get poured out of your cup. Is it hurt, heartbreak? Is it bitterness? Is it time to let those go? right, Spirit, what else do you have? Eight of Pentacles. Like, what have you been focusing on? What has your undivided attention? Whatever has your undivided attention with this situation, you don't see the death. You don't see the decay of it because you're so focused. You're so focused on whatever these wands are you've been carrying. You've been so focused on the Three of Swords, the swords that's in your heart, that there's decay right in front of you. That skull, you can see it. That skull right there on the table. But look, you're so focused on that pentacle, polishing it, making sure it's straight, making sure it's presentable, that you don't even see the decay that's happening in front of you. I just feel Spirit saying that the choice is yours. You can loop this karmic cycle, or you can make some different choices. And when we hear the word karmic, we think bad. Karmic is good or bad. Whatever we put out on that in the universe, that wheel is turning. Queen of Pentacles. You have so much potential. You have so much potential. You have love, care. You have loyalty. You're a homemaker. You know how to take care of the business. You know how to take care of a business. You can start a business. Motherly, caring, loyal. And this Queen of Pentacles, it's gender neutral. I mean, I'm just saying it could be male or female. A masculine, a male can be motherly. It can be caring, It doesn't necessarily have to be a woman, is what I'm saying. But I feel like Spirit is saying, what are you going to focus on? Are you going to focus on these attributes? Or are you going to focus on what has gotten you here, that is causing decay and you don't even realize it? It's like it's time to put the wands, the 10 of Wands down. It's time to allow your heart to expand. When your heart expands, thank you, Spirit. When you allow your heart to expand, guess what's going to fall out? These swords. You've held on to it so long. It's these swords, whatever it is, the negative thoughts, the doubt, the unbelief, the hurt, the anxiety, whatever it is, it's become a part of you. But when you allow your heart to expand, those swords has no choice but to loosen and fall. All right, let's get some more. The sun. The sun. And Spirit will expose and reveal and bring sunshine again. Will bring joy again in whatever area that is. Whatever you feel like you're going to be lacking when you put these wands down, when you allow your heart to expand, and the sword to lead and the swords fall out, the sun will reveal a whole new you, a brand new you. The bottom of the deck is justice. There will be a balance. There will be a balance now. A true balance. So you in essence are going to trade the Ten of Wands, this Three of Swords, for balance, for justice, of who you are. You will embody this, because this all entails who you are and what you bring in your cup. Brighter days. The sun will be exposing brighter days. $2626 is what the clock says. This is the Chakra Wisdom card. I read the one I had earlier. So I do want to do another collective one for you. Let's see what Spirit has to say. We'll pull a couple and then we'll read them. Let's see what Spirit has to say. Spirit, give us a oracle card for the collective. Give us a couple. What is it that they need to know? And then we'll read a couple. Growth. That is awesome. Let me see that growth. I'll put that right there. With this growth, I'm seeing it's like what appears to be vibrant. From the surface, there's no root attached to it. So is it a facade? Just going by the emotions, The thing that does have roots has never made it, is this line, has never made it past. All right, let's get one more and then we'll pick one and then read it. I already read one. I felt like the Spirit wanted us to say. All right, we have growth. That's what comes from that. When you drop the Ten of Wands, because you can put it down at any time. Quit. You're nurturing that. It's time to nurture something else. So when you drop that Ten of Wands, when you allow your heart to expand, and those Ten of Swords, the sun will come out again. Okay. Release. Release. Let's read that one. I'm hearing like the dark night of the soul. Of course, it's nothing no one wants to go through. It's when you have to look at yourself in the mirror. The dark night of the soul causes you to look in the mirror. The very thing that, I'm sorry, I'm just sitting here playing with these cards. The very thing that triggers you, that's held a mirror right to your face, that says, hey, this isn't right. You act like this over this. That's not the way you should carry yourself. All right, release. The legend, Nikita cuts through the graveyard as she rushes home in the wind and rain. She is terrified when shadow gray storm appears and speaks in her own voice, repeating painful things she said to herself and others. It's all your fault. I'll never forgive any of you. As she listens in the rain to her own words, she learns it is she who has been making herself miserable. Can you see that? She leaves the graveyard with a changed heart, ready to forgive herself and others. Release. Thank you, Spirit. Let's put that right there. The inspiration. This is about personal responsibility and release of blame. It is time to clear the debris and move on. You cannot move forward while you continue to hide. The key ideas. Release, dwelling on past, righteous anger, change in consciousness, judgment day, seeing clearly, hidden truth, great discovery. So, what are you going to release, people? What are you going to release? Right? I'm going to drop release those swords so your heart can expand. Drop those wands so that the walk and the journey will be easy. This releasing these wands was going to make it a whole lot easier to get up there. And then also, like with this release, you know, we tend to look on the outside of us for the answers. But just like in this story, it's the things that she said to her own self. What are you saying to yourself? What are you saying to yourself that you wouldn't allow someone else to say? How have you hurt and broken your own heart? What things are you telling yourself that is allowing you to carry this burden that no one else has said? It's only what you're saying. I think this is what the message that the Spirit is really trying to drive home. You know, everything that we desire, the answers that we're looking for, it's always on the inside of us. And it's going to cause growth. It's going to cause growth. Let's see. Let's do a Moonology card. Where's the Moonology? Nope, that's not it. And then I'm going to let you go. Moonology is back here hiding. This is the Moonology card. And it is manifesting. I'm just going to end with one of these, something that you can walk away with. Alrighty, one more shuffle. Alright, Spirit. What is the collective need to work on? Manifesting. Let's do that one more time since I dropped a handful. Detoxify. Detoxify. Full moon in Taurus. Yes, and we're about to have a full moon in Taurus. How about that? Or is it a new moon in Taurus? I think it's a full moon in Taurus. It's coming up. April 30th, if I'm not mistaken. But detoxify. When you detoxify, guess what? You are doing things that is allowing things that does not belong in your body to now leave. Sometimes it's abruptly. Sometimes it's over a process, over time. You know, but the goal of detoxifying is to get rid of the things that's no longer serving you. When you do like a drink to detoxify, it's getting rid of the things in your body that doesn't belong there. Things that may have been sitting there. Things that, I don't know, has been you've been carrying around for so long. It's been sprouting flowers. You know, what do you need to detoxify? All right. What do you need to let go so that your heart can expand? Okay, collective, that's what I have for you. I hope you got something from it. These cards have clearly spoken. Till next time.